Hey all, and welcome to my Let's Play of Morrowind. We're in Caldera and doing some missions for Odril? Is it Odril? Odril? Odril Helvi. We've been given a mission to find out who be spying around Caldera. But the first thing I want to do, I want to get some stuff repaired here, because we only get a chance to do it once in the blue moon. And also, this is the person who sells the arrows I like. So we'll have 200 of those as well whilst we're here. So we need to, I think, try and find this spy within the Caldera Mining Company. Hello. Contracts. Where did you last see them? Yes. Nothing from you. Hurry this up, will you? So I think we'll just ask around until we get something. Pubs feel like a good place to start, right? I would start by interrogating our most recent residents, Almusa Demori or Ugola the pawnbroker. I can't say I know well, she's not very sociable. Ugola's shop is across the road from Governor's Hall. So, we have a lead, a way to go. So that's Governor's Hall, so is this it? Ugola. Yeah, Nerverine, we know. Been Nerverine for a while now. Caldera mining contracts. I did not steal the mining contracts. Look around if you want, but I don't take it. I don't take anything. Okay, I'm gonna give you a bit of gold just to see. You know how this game works now. We don't level up any of the actual speechcraft skills. No, we just give them money. Contracts. Nope. Okay. Where's this other person then? Let's go looking. Hello, Almusa Demori. What can I do for you, Master Thief? Oh, so you know I'm a thief. Caldera mining contracts. Yes, I stole them, Master Thief. Guild business. If you turn me in, you'll lose standing with the guild. The documents are in that chest on my windowsill. Here is the key. Tell Odril that you just found the documents lying around. That fool will believe anything if you flatter him enough. I mean, yeah, let's take them. I'm going to lie as well, you know. We've got a long standing with the Thieves Guild. We don't want to mess that up. You know, put a lot of hard work and effort to get where I am today. A master thief. A master thief whose main process of stealing stuff is to make you look the other way. And whilst you're staring at the wall, steal away. I thought it was up these ladders. Hi, Odril. How are you doing today?
I am blessed to be at your service.
You are blessed, are you? Caldera mining contracts. I see you found the missing contracts. Where did you find them? Lie. This is very disappointing. I suppose the thief must be outside Caldera. Then, take these 500 drakes for your effort. Why, thank you. And you have some business for me? There is an error in some of the documents in the Hall of Records. I need someone to replace these erroneous documents. This feels like a lie. Odril, come on. I have discovered a serious error in some of the land deeds for the Ascadian Isles. I want you to take this land deed to the Halali Records in Vivek, look for a chest of land deeds for the Ascadian Isles, put this scroll in a chest and bring me the old land deed. I mean, he's definitely getting us to do some bit dirty business, but also we've been asked to spy on him by one of our own guild members. It feels like this whole establishment might be a little on the corrupt side. Just a teeny bit, anyway. Crassius, my friend, I could do some help. Business. You're doing well, Dumpling. Just speak to Odril. Keep me informed. Erroneous documents. Give me the old land deeds, Pudding. The Uncle Crassius will take care of everything. Give him Odril's land deed. Don't trouble your sweet little head over this anymore. I feel like I'm being talked down to now. Considering I'm your war leader, I demand the respect. If you don't have the original land deed, you'll still need to fetch that from Odril. When you speak with him again, turn your irresistible charms on him some more. Don't let him suspect a thing and take this little present from me. Wouldn't want anything to happen to you. Amulet of Domination. I think a small amount of Crassius is just kind of like, okay, this is fine. But in large amounts, it's getting to the point where it's sort of overplaying up a sort of type of trope or a type of writing that I think is oh, I didn't know I had that. That's very useful. telekinesis. It would have been very useful, actually. We don't really have need for it now. But yeah, it feels overplaying. That sort of quite queer or camp type of character. I mean, like, you get into that weird debate, don't you? Of it's an old game, and people's perceptions and treatment of various groups of people in the past was different, and we have different perspectives these days for it. But I don't think that should ever completely justify something, and should instead you can still be critical of it and enjoy the thing. I've said that before, but oh yeah, I need to go back to Thingamabob and get the real original documents from him. I don't know if it's just because I've changed the draw distance recently, or I've got, for some reason, my changes to menu options are sticking, but seeing a day like this where it's foggy out and, you know, grey skies, they still manage to, like, with the limited tools available to them, nail a sense of atmosphere in this game. It's so good. And I wonder if, like, hyper-realistic graphics would actually take something away from it. There's a certain element of, like, a thought process when it comes to graphical design. You know, better, more perfect is better, but... and this might just be pure nostalgia speaking, but there is a part of me that misses sort of some of the graphical stylings of old games. I'm so happy to see that PlayStation 1 graphics are getting a bit of a revival. That sort of weird, janky stuff. It's cool. It's real cool. Draw distance makes a huge difference to this world. It's kind of a shame we've not had it on full this whole time, but I kept forgetting to go to the menu each time and turn it up, and for some reason, as I said, those settings did not stick. But like, it's almost like a little treat, you know, a little reward. Now we've got this far through. Here, you've done all this, and you can have a little draw distance, you know, as a treat. As a treat. I'm referencing memes. No, not my style. Hello. Erroneous documents. Have you done what I asked? Do you have the old land deed? And is the new one in its place? Yes, I have. I'll take your word that you put the deed I gave you in the right place, but I need the old deed as well. Bring that to me. Oh. Alright, I've made a mistake here. Okay. Back we go. I know. I keep saying this, but, like, it's amazing how just, like, being able to see across this and seeing these mushrooms here and across here and seeing that, like, canton over there. I know we can still see the pop in, but, you know, not everything is going to be perfect. But that extra little space in the world and a little extra vision, I don't know if it's because I'm in a good mood and I've had my morning coffee, or if I'm just, yeah, it's doing something for me. It's doing something. This is something I've not seen, because I've not actually checked all these doors, but I didn't realise that all of these, apart from, like, the Curio Manor there, it's a pawnbroker, there's an alchemist, there's a smith, weaponsmith, what's this one? General goods, no name club, so like a drinking establishment. Like, they've built their own little communities, and that includes all the, you know, shops and stuff that come with that, and I think that's kind of cool. After carefully positioning myself in the room, I grabbed the Ascadian land deeds. No one noticed it. Oh, she noticed. My plan was to get her to look the other way, as usual. You know, really intelligent thief stuff. Now she's turned to face me here. But, okay, do a walk. This is not bad. Because I've noticed I can also get to it from here as well. The art of thieving in the world of the Elder Scrolls. Amazing, I know. Amazing. I quite enjoy it. It's weird. Once I realised that the rules of the game aren't dictated by sort of logic or any sort of process like that, it's just come down to, like, can I finagle it? I think I've said this multiple times, but it still stands true. You know, ASMR. I can't remember if I have to bring these to Curio or Odrel. I'll show them to Curio and see what he says. And considering we're pretty much here, you can stay on the edit. Stay here and settle into the edit with me. Whilst I find a manor that I've been to, what, 10 times or so? Here we go. Wasn't that hard. If I was an estate agent, how would I sell this place? Spacious, multiple floors, plenty of room for guests. A central area of Vivek. Erroneous documents, was it? There we go. Okay. I feel like I'm being sort of undercut here a little bit, but oh well. Bye-bye, Crassius. Yeah, that's it. The old graphics thing. I'm not sure if like a brilliant update to this game would be what I wanted. And I'm interested because I think something we potentially might do is go through the Elder Scrolls Online down the line. I mean, we've got Oblivion and Skyrim to get to before then, and we've been playing Morrowind for a couple of months now, 3 months, so it's going to be a while before we get there. But, ooh, lovely day. I would be interested to see a modern take of this area. You know, what does happen when you do good graphics here. But I'm sure that part of the charm is its age. And sort of like getting an idea of where it fitted into games at that time. And, you know, there is something odd about games in particular because they really are cultural artifacts. It's okay. Film's a little different because there is styles, and there is styles to everything, but I think because you exist in the world very particularly, I think games get across their style more than films. You know, yeah, you have to be absorbed into it. And books are probably the least, even though authorial styles and writing styles do exist. The medium of books is still a book, it's still the written word. Although I think I might be underselling that a little bit, to be honest. You know, you pick up a book from the 1800s or even early 1900s and it's wildly different to modern writings. So, yeah, perhaps I am understanding that. I just think that, I don't know if it's because my games are the easiest medium for me to consume because of years of playing them, and books are probably my second No, because it's weird. I read a lot, and I used to read a lot, and I read less nowadays. And I grew up reading, but I don't know how good I am at being an active reader. Whereas games, I can just sort of let my mind wander and come to conclusions that I feel okay about. But books, I feel like I have to like really concentrate on, and I find that, you know, not the easiest process. I think when I'm tired, books become the hardest. When I'm tired, most of the time I can play a game, and when I'm tired, most of the time I can watch a film. God, I talk about tiredness a lot, and I think it is due to being back at work. Odril, we're back. Something bad deed, erroneous documents. Have you done as I asked? Do you have the old land deed, and is the new one in its place? Yes, I have. I will take your word that you put the deed in the right place. This is the erroneous deed, which I will dispose of personally. Take these scrolls for your trouble. Business. I am responsible for the land in the Ascadian Isles, and at this time of year I need to collect the rent and taxes from the farmers. The two farmers I want to speak with are Manat Venada and Lovin Andus. Get 50 drakes from each of them and return to me. If they refuse to pay, you kill them and set an example for others. I wonder if we can just spend the 100 drakes ourselves. Rent and taxes. Should we just give him the money? I feel like we don't particularly like this guy, so I'm tempted just to give the money. You see, normally in this situation I look it up, not because I want to be told how to do it, but because I want to control how the story goes, and also make sure I get to go see the good quests. Which I wouldn't normally do if it wasn't on a Let's Play. I'd just pick what I feel like. So let's go with that. Yes, here it is. I must admit I did not think you could actually get the rent, Meru. Well done then. Shall we discuss other business? I need you to deliver a shipment of ebony to a friend of mine. Take these 5 pieces of raw ebony to Draver Veyron in Aldrune, and he would deliver them to friends of mine on the mainland. Do not speak of this to anyone. He be smuggling. Do not speak of it to anyone? But what about my good friend Crassius? I need to tell him everything. Hello, Crass. I'm here to be a grass. Odril asked you to deliver a shipment of ebony. This is interesting, actually, as a little piece of writing, because he has to ask me that so that I can say shipment of ebony. I mean, he doesn't have to, but that's the way they've wrote it. But that implies my character's come here and said, I've got this shipment of ebony to talk about. Which means we've already talked about it, but I could still back out and not do anything with that. Not that I'm going to do that. Shipment of ebony. This is the last of the evidence we needed. Instead of delivering the ebony to Drinar Veyron, take it to Sir Gunnivus Mantidius. His name is tedious. At the Fort Bugmoth near Aldrune. I bet if you turn your charms on, Sir Gunnivus Mantidius will have Odril, Helvi, and Drinar Veyron arrested for this. It doesn't, like, the reading of that there, it doesn't sound like, oh, they're breaking the law, we need to get them arrested. Oh no, shipping ebony, raw ebony to the mainland and smuggling, it's so terrible. It's more, we've caught them. Now we can utilize this and utilize the system to make sure we make gains. Which, I like it. I like it. It's subtle, Everything about, like, the quest lines in this game appears or feels subtle to me, or subtler. Subtlest. Where's the boatman? I think these guys must get moved very slightly each time you use them, because they just seem to be getting closer and closer to the edge, which can't be good. Just turn it to day. So we've got the good camera, and we need to go to Bugmoth. Yeah, with this older games thing as well. I think graphics do this immediate thing of getting you invested in a world, and they serve a purpose, and they do that very well. I'm assuming this person's going to be inside. I was just going to check all the walls, but I think everyone doesn't seem to be named on the outside. So they provide this almost shortcut to immersion, but also, like, once you do just exist in a space for a while, you don't need that as much. Hello. I wanted to turn someone in. Shipment of ebony. Ebony. Why do you have ebony? Are you a licensed trader? Truth. Odril Helvi orders you to deliver the ebony. To whom? Truth. Give me the ebony and I will investigate Veyron and Helvi. If what you say is true, I will have them both arrested. This matter is now out of your hands. I will send men to investigate Helvi and Veyron. They can confirm your story. I will have them arrested. I am definitely glad we took this route. I don't know why, but this game just has such a good hand in, like, backroom dealings and dirty sort of manipulations and, like, horrible business in a way that I didn't necessarily expect a fantasy world to have. It actually, weirdly, it feels like it has a foot less in the fantasy and has more of a foot in the historical. And I don't know if that's just, like, because of certain tropes or what, but, like, the high fantasy stuff is so peripheral to it all. I wonder if that changes. I wonder if that's questline dependent. But if you think even the Mages Guild had us, like, gathering ingredients and clearing out dungeons and stuff. It's a world that is at ease with, like, weird high fantasy stuff and the and mundanity, and understands that to have one you need to have the other. It's all well and good having the one ring to rule them all, but unless you have the journey of walking all the way to Mordor, including the boring bits and the good bits, then it sort of loses some of the impact, maybe. I don't know if that analogy is any good. On the fly analogy making is an art form. But you get my point, don't you? Oh god. Why have I come here? I mean, this is an interesting little experiment, isn't it? This was completely an error. I was just absent-mindedly going to the place where my last mission was given, and apparently this guy should be arrested. Odril, that is. Yeah, he's not here. Well, a test that I did not mean to make and was kind of pointless, but it's cool to see. It's cool to see. That's the sort of thing as well that I imagine maybe in the era of this game being made that was like, ooh, look, it's simulating something. It's a little more rote now, but it's still cool. The world's reacting to me, guys. The world's reacting to me. Every time I walk up here, I'm still impressed, by this. And I know it's not like unique now. We've seen the cantons a few times, but there just really isn't anything like it in Oblivion or Skyrim. I mean, there's that one town in Skyrim that I remember being kind of impressive. The one with the prison. Halalu, please. But Oblivion especially. I'd have to, like, I don't remember them either particularly clearly, actually.
There you'll find.
I'm so excited to go back and play them. I think we were talking about this last episode, but there's something really enjoyable about reevaluating things that were super important to you. And, like, sort of seeing what you get from... I've just noticed there's a height difference. Wow. I thought sometimes we walked up 3 flights of stairs and sometimes we walked up 2. These places really need a lift, though. So we're going back to the Curio Mansion after our wrong drop-off at the wrong place.
I can spare a few moments.
Sun and sky.
I think one failure of this game that I think they learn from later is giving you a house, though. A place to be anchored.
Very good company.
Shipment of Ebony. You did well, my little pudding pie. Odril Helvi is now on the prison ship. The same situation you found yourself in when you first came here. Take these little rings, sweetie. They'll look good on you. So, that's cool. The same situation you found yourself when you first came here. That implies, like, we've talked about how we got here and, you know, a few more details about where we came from to people. Conversations that have happened in the background without us, like, having control of the camera, in a way. Business. Now that you have some experience in ebony smuggling, pudding pie, I want you to look for Velfred the Outlaw. He's been a very naughty boy, smuggling ebony without paying House Halalu for the proper respect. I'm sure you can turn your sweet charms on him and make him respect House Halalu, and if you won't listen, you know what to do. He usually docks a Halar Oad. Yes, once you find Velfred, you need to convince him. Okay. Okay. This seems like something we can do.
3 blessings.
We're convincing. I do like the way that's very well done as well. You know, oh, we must get them arrested. They're smuggling ebony. We can't have this. This is, you know, goes against the laws of the land. So now you've figured out about smuggling ebony, how about you go and deal with an ebony smuggler who's on our side? And just, you know, making sure he's really on our side. We're not against actually the smuggling of ebony. We're just against someone smuggling ebony without us knowing and doing it without paying us the proper respects. Oh, this is a pain in the butt town to get to, isn't it? I did just look on the map. Oh, it's not too bad. About more to it. What, we want to go out the south side and follow the river down. That should be fine. Yeah, I think I remember because we went there quite early on in the game, didn't we? So, it should be fine. I think we've got enough time to go do that. It's weird, like, quite a few times recently, I've been hitting, like, 20-minute mark recordings and been like, okay, that's all I've got. I mean, we've been recording for 50 minutes, but 49 minutes, but the video is only going to be 23 minutes. And sort of when I'm getting up to this amount of time recorded, I'm just like, I need to move on to the next thing. But it's a Sunday morning, I've had a cup of coffee, and we're ready to go. I mean, it's Wednesday morning. Wednesday.
Special trip.
Of course. God, I remember coming up here. I think this was like when we came up here for the Mages Guild way back when. Getting some mushrooms for someone. It's nice to revisit. Because you sort of go over here and then you're down into a swampland, aren't you? That's it. We're on a plateau. And then down here, yeah, swampland. We like ground out some enemies over here, didn't we? Flip it to daytime and we're ready to go and see this person. I wonder if we can convince them. I mean, convincing in this game is just give them money, isn't it?
Under sun and sky, I think.
They must get really confused though, because they get loads of money and they're like, oh right, I'm definitely happy to work with House of Lalu. I can't wait for the next payment, and the next person's just not me. You know, the rich butthole who's just there being like, money will solve all of my problems. I mean, to be honest, money kind of doesn't seem to matter too much in this world. The only person money matters to is me. It doesn't feel like anyone else needs money. Who are we after? Yeah, but that's artifice in games, isn't it? I thought I might recognise someone's name. No. Velfred. Isn't that in, like, the drop-off point? We've been here before, haven't we? There was like some weird Thieves Guild mission here actually as well. Is this the drop off? I thought it might be this one. It's got to be this one, right? No. We'll get there soon. Fat Legs drop off. Oh yeah, we stole his thing, didn't we? Oh, one of you has got a smuggling operation. I know you have. Velfred the Outlaw. His ship is the Great Wake. He must have another dock near here. Interesting. Oh, we can actually travel from here. And we can go straight to the foreign quarter as well. That's good to know. I wonder where this dock is, though. Do I see something up here? No, just some mud crabs minding their own business. So this must be the smuggling operation. Let's go and see what they want to say to a fool like me. Velfred, hello. Oh, he's stuttering about me. I'm not even going to ask him to respect the house without giving him some gold first. Respect House Halalu. Alright, I'll pay House Halalu the proper respect, but you better carry out your side of the deal. Wicked, goodbye. See, I've got a good sense of people. I know what they're like. I know what they need. They only want one thing, and that's money. Well, in Morrowind anyway. Mind you, I think like there's going to be very few people you couldn't raise their disposition towards you by giving them money. I say that though, but I have seen people literally try this technique, and it was a long time ago in high school. But there was someone... Oh, there's a chest underneath here. There was someone who was giving out like a fiver to people. I don't really care what's in there, to be honest. Giving out like a fiver to people to be like, oh, you know, butter you up, you be friends, sort of thing. Not in those explicit words. And to be honest, I think it was because he where did we want to be going? Vivek. My brain just completely blanked for a second. That water almost looks magical. Let's do 12 hours. Yeah, and he was just doing it because I think when you're a kid, you try and figure out what social methods you can use to make people like me, so I'm not alone. And I understand it; it makes perfect sense. But I think there's some people that just take it and then don't really care. I don't think their disposition is raised towards you, and I think there's some people who are like feel a bit weird about taking money off people. And this isn't always the case, but I think it's also the salesman in this regard. You have to go around it in language that isn't like, so if I give you £5, you'll be my best friend, right? Not that that was his style, but, you know, there's ways of saying it. A wink, wink, nod, nod. I've just bought you a load of drinks or something. I don't know. Anyway, actually, that's going to be the end of today. Thank you for watching. I'm not even going to go and speak to Crassius. Is it Crassius? Curio, in the Curio Mansion. Because you'll have to wait next time to have this amazing cliffhanger.
So
What do you think about Crassius's character and how it's portrayed in this game? I've only given slight opinions on it, but I'd like to see what the general opinion out there is. Drop a like on the video, please, if you want to support me. It's super, super helpful. And subscribe. It just makes me feel good. Right. Fantastic. That'll be all for today. My name's been Billy.
What is it, Sarah?
Goodbye.